Hi, I'm Michelle from Flourish. I'm the sales director, and with me in the room is Tania.
Hi, I'm Tania Murphy from the National Market Traders Federation, the NMTF. I am the Business Development Manager and the Member Support Manager.
So, Tania, how do you normally explain how National Market Trader Federation works to new traders? How do you see the markets for the future and bringing in new young traders to expand the business?
So basically, the NMTF, the National Market Traders Federation, is the professional body for market traders. And we incorporate street traders, event traders, festival fair traders, street trading license traders, and mobile caterers. And our job is to safeguard the industry. Our mission statement is safeguarding the industry for future people, for future generations to enjoy. So what we want to do is ensure that every town, every city centre has a market going forward. In order to be able to achieve that, we support our members, we offer them support and advice, but we're also running a campaign called the Young Trader Market to bring fresh new blood into markets for everybody to enjoy the new products that are coming into the marketplace, because our industry is ever changing, ever evolving and dynamic.
So, what do you think at the moment is the biggest challenge to traders and the markets?
The biggest challenge is actually the weather. Every day is different. We're finding more robust, more stringent rules and regulations about trading in winds. We're finding that markets, for health and safety reasons, are being called off. So unfortunately, our traders are experiencing some problems with the weather. We also have in our industry good operators, and we have operators that are perhaps not so good. So what we like to do is work with market traders and operators to find an equilibrium for everybody to have a acceptable working place that is viable for both trader and operator.
Now, going to the weather, and this is where it works really, really well for us. Obviously, working with the shopping centres, we can offer external as well as internal. Now, bringing that into line with what we require for a shopping centre, how do we work together to collaborate this to streamline a market trader to work within a shopping centre?
This is where we feel the collaboration works, because we have seasoned traders that have gone through the awful weather situation, gone through COVID, going through cost of living crises, and they want to change. Some of the most seasoned traders, where they want to come inside, they want to try something new, they want guaranteed footfall, which is what Flourish is offering. So we think this is a great collaboration, because we think it answers all the questions. But what also is really interesting is that the younger trader, as we've from the statistics that we found from the Young Trader Market campaign, they're nomadic. They no longer want to trade 9 to 5 every Saturday on a single market. They want to trade around, but they want to try new things, and they want to trade within the shopping centres. They want that guaranteed footfall. They want that exposure. They understand the concept of the marketing element that they will get from being in a shopping mall. So we feel that this collaboration will work for traditional market traders and new market traders coming into the industry.
What does good support look like from your side and our side to get these young traders into the shopping centres? Because the perception of a market trader will never change. As we all know, from landlords' perspective, they see them outside under the plastic.
Exactly. I mean, for years we've been trying to disassociate ourselves from Del Boy. As lovely as he was and as great as the programme was, we are not Del Boy market traders. We at the NMTF, we are encouraging people to be the more professional market trader. So what we do is we will offer support and guidance, and it's from myself, who was an ex-market trader, my boss Joe Harrison, who was an ex-market trader. We've been on the ground, we know what it's like, we know what the expectations are. We can offer great support, great guidance of how to be a professional, slick market trader. We have a great manual online. It's free for everybody to use. It's called the A to Z of Market Trading, and it's basically a Janet of John exercise book of how to be a better you, how to be a better market trader, because we want to come away from those big neon sale signs. We want to come away from tardiness. We want to see, and what we are seeing via the Young Trader Market is a new breed of market trader that are a lot slicker, that are a lot tidier, because we're offering different products.
So regarding that link you're talking about, I think that's a real nugget of information that's in there. I've passed it on to current traders that we've got, whether they've signed up with you, which, as you know, I pass across, but even that little bit of nugget is real good, strong advice for them, and it's really good support wherever you are. So, what advice would you give traders wanting to step into this shopping centre environment from being on outside?
Well, I mean, initially they have to check their product. Obviously, not all size fits all. A food trader, for example, probably wouldn't be best placed in a shopping mall. So have a test of the water, have a look around, have a look at what's out there, have a look what makes that unique selling point with their product, have a look what they can offer that area. Coming inside to them gives them a great opportunity to display themselves at top level presentation with top level presentation styles. They can utilize the space. It can be affordable for them. And what we will see is a more slicker, more professional market trader within the shopping mall. So the public will still be receiving the benefits of what market traders can offer, and perhaps a little bit more, because some of the new people that we see come through they have artisan products that you wouldn't get on the high street, products that accompany the shops. So when people do go into the big shopping malls, they can see, there's an artist. Let me have a look at their art. So it's about offering that diversity that sits alongside the shops in the shopping mall. And within the space that the traders are given, they can present themselves to top level standards.
That's great. I mean, it's just what we are, sort of impulse buying. The mall is impulse buying rather than going to the shops, and that's something that the market's always been about from the Barra Boys to now. So it's just changing that sort of perception. Where do you see the alignment between Flourish and the NMTF going forward?
I think it's a really great collaboration, a really strong collaboration. You've got it's succession planning as well. I mean, you've got what we can offer our traders. So those guys that want to come inside now, those guys that need that little bit more encouragement with the footfall figures, those guys that want a new audience, those guys that want a different audience, the collaboration is so strong that we will offer our NMTF members the chance to take up your facilities, and therefore we'll have a market trader extension of market traders within shopping malls.
And you feel like you've got a pipeline of traders that would like to come into the shopping malls that are missing that touch and how to approach us, because we get them all the time. That just come and ask us, but they just do not understand how to sell within the retail environment of a shopping mall. Whereas the guidance from yourselves is something that I think will really support and guide and help them flourish within the shopping malls.
Nice touch. So, the collaboration is what we have, a pipeline of, believe it or not, over 1,000 registrations for the young trader market. They come into us every year. These are people 16 to 30-year-old. They could be established businesses. They could be new startups, or it could be somebody with a conception of an idea from their bedroom. We can offer those people the opportunity to work with Flourish and the NMTF within the facilities that you offer. But also we've got over 16,000 members. We've got people that have been market trading for a long time that want to try something new. So we will also reach out to those people. So we can provide you new people, and we can provide you with seasoned people. And the overall benefit will be for the community, for the shopping mall, for the general public, to go out and see what is out there that they can buy from a young, independent retailer.
Are you finding, like we are, that you're getting a lot of these online TikTok sellers and also the other platform sales coming towards the bricks and mortar, wanting to come into the markets, come into the shop? Well, we're finding it with shopping malls. I'm sure if you're finding it with the markets, they want to try the retail proper side of it rather than just selling online.
Well, then this is what's not to like with the TikTok. I understand it. It's the way forward. They will be eventually starting to be charged. We see a lot of the Etsy, eBay, Vinted, not so much Vinted, but we see a lot of people charging. A lot of people charging for every product that you sell. And you can imagine how many that they're selling on TikTok. If we have traders that want to go out into these retail units, and if you look at how many people are coming through shopping malls, for example, especially at Christmas time, not only are they keeping their overheads down, they are they are obtaining free marketing. Because if you flyer somebody, everybody that walks past, then that person will go away and then probably come back to you either the following week or via online. See, we never say don't have an online presence. What we say is that we're all in this together and that we can all work together. So we recommend that our traders have an online presence. It gives the customer confidence to find that trader afterwards. So yeah, so the TikTok guys, they'll make their fast buck, but they wouldn't, to establish a routine and to a general income that's regular, they would have to come out, and we welcome them.
What does good support look like to a new trader?
Me?
Well, that's easy then, isn't it? I mean, that's really nice support because obviously easy to talk to. Pick up the phone, you're there.
Well, that's the thing with the NMTF is that the NMTF is non-for-profit. It's a membership organisation. People join us. It's £150, but we offer them product, public and employees liability of up to £10 million. That is gold. That they get that free from us. But not only do they get that, which is a safeguarding for the operators, for the shopping malls, to know that these people are totally safe with their insurances. They are able to call us and they speak to a person. They speak to me, and if I can, I'll go out and see them. We have a team of people that can guide in all walks of their trading, from the beginning of the concept of the idea to paying the tax man. And in the middle, there'll be the presentation, there'll be the dynamics, there'll be where to trade. So, for example, if somebody come to me and said, I want to sell X at this market, and I can go back and say, but we know that market and there's X people, there's 100 people selling your product. Why don't you try this market? So we are there to guide people into what is best for them and how best to present themselves in our industry.
So we're excited about independence, the SMEs and retail going forward, because it's took a big revive now, I think personally. We do as a company. When people say that the industry is dying, retail is dead, there's nothing out there, the high streets are dying, I don't watch the news. I watch what's happening to us as a company. We are growing, our trader base is growing, we're aligning ourselves for what the public are wanting, adding the value by what's being requested and what's missing in the area. What about the future of the markets and the independent traders for your guys within the NMTF? What's the future looking like for them?
I think the future is really strong. I think there's a turnaround in people coming to markets, coming to shop with independent retailers. What we offer is good quality products at affordable prices. And I think if we can pitch ourselves along those lines, everybody wants something different. And I feel that, we've seen with the high street, we've seen some of the big retailers topple. Poundland was one of, we've recently lost a Poundland. So it is showing that people don't necessarily want the pile it high, sell it cheap. It's about affordability, it's about quality, and it's about uniqueness as well. There'll always be the traditional market traders that are and always have been providing quality at low prices. But what we're doing as well is we're accommodating those people with that artistic flair that can use a marketplace, that can use Flourish to go out and demonstrate what they can do to a new target audience.
So we're realising now that everybody was buying online. Online was the in thing. You can have it. There's still people going to do that because there's people that haven't got the time to shop. But we're noticing more and more people buying back in the shops and buying back on the malls, buying from the markets again. Have you noticed the sales increasing at the markets, and that's what's caused the demand from wanting them to be more of them out there?
Right. I think you have to take this right back to markets. Yeah, markets and trading. It's the second oldest industry that we've got. I'm not even going to tell you what the first one is, but I'm going to let you guess what that one is.
Yeah, I can guess it.
We are. It's our history. It's our history. It's our culture. Markets are a social hub. They're the bringing together of people. Now, I understand. In this day and age, we've become a bit of a disposable nation. So everybody's in a hurry. They want to pop into a supermarket and blip through. Well, actually, not everybody does want to do that. If you're in a hurry, it serves a purpose. There are a lot of people out there that now want to talk to people. And we've got to take it back to the more traditional markets, and we've got the elderly generation, and they will come out and they may spend £1 to have a cup of coffee at a coffee store and sit there for half a day. But that's what we're about. We're about interaction. We're about communication. We're about, if you went to a butcher's, and I don't even think they've got butcher counter now in many of the top supermarkets, but you could go to a market butcher and ask them what to do with that bit of meat, how to cook it, what recipes, and that butcher will tell you. You won't get that interaction anywhere else, and that's what we can provide. People want to talk to people, and we can offer them that opportunity to get what you want, to get bespoke, to get normal everyday items by engaging with a real person to talk to.
Though this is something I'm always being told off of, because I talk to everybody, and my husband, when we're out shopping, I talk to everybody, and he says not everybody's your friend. But because of what I do for a living, I talk to people. I talk to the male traders. I talk to people that are selling stuff, because I want to know how their day's been, because not everybody always talks to them about just trading and things like that. So talking is a thing, and we all like to talk. Well, the majority anyway.
Well, we've got generations of children and are looking at their iPhones or looking at their phones, and they're not looking up. I see it today coming out the train station. People straight on their phones and not looking where they're going. But what we're doing is we're offering our services with a customized touch, the touch that you wouldn't get in a high street where you buy something, they scan it and bag it. We can talk to the consumer. We can tell the consumer about the product, how the concept came about. It's a bit like the X Factor. We can get up there and stand up and sing our story, and that is what a consumer will buy into. So if you're an artist and you've got a picture, you can tell them everything about that, and they will more likely be ready to commission one of their own or buy that painting. But the same goes for produce. Most of our greengrocers know where their apples are from, where their bananas are from. They can tell you everything you need to know about that bit of produce. And I think that's customer confidence.
And it's passion.
It's passion, yeah.
It's passion, where if you go into a shop, they're just selling the product.
Is somebody
There's
just
no interest.
working in a shop? Is somebody just working in a shop and they are selling you something because they have targets to meet, probably? Our market traders will be able to engage with you.
How do we modernise markets for everybody without losing the authenticity? Because I think markets have always had that stigma about them, whereas now we're bringing these traders into the shopping centres. We need to lose that stigma. So how do we get them in without modernising them without losing the authenticity of them being a market?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, obviously. But we need to all work together. We need the buy-in. We need the operators to, if you look at some markets, they need a little bit of love. They need a little bit of TLC when it comes to providing the equipment. You know, some markets use old traditional market stalls, which are really authentic. Some markets use gazebos. But we just need to have a good working relationship with the operators to ensure that they tidy up the market, to make sure that they're accessible to everybody, and making sure that people are aware of them. So the advertising of a market goes twofold. I mean, when I was a kid, Saturdays were down the market. Where are you going? We're going down the market. It was where you went. It was, I mean, there's some markets from where I was brought up, Roman Road, for example, where you dressed up to go to the market, and to buy your outfits, to get dressed up, to go out in the evening. But the whole process was down the market. So what we need to do is just ensure that people are aware that it's not tat, it's not swag, as we know it in the industry. It's not pile it high, sell it low. There are good, affordable products out there, and we just need to keep banging that drum.
So where I'm from in Portsmouth, I used to love going down the market on a Saturday down Commercial Road. It used to be huge, right the way through the whole of the high street and around the back by the Tricorn. It was like Saturday was a day out, a treat. Going through, there were so many market stalls. The market's still there, which is nice to see, but nowhere near as big. And being from the market trading area, it's a shame.
And it can be again, with the right dynamics and the right advertising to the local communities. Markets can be, again, great. Some of them are.
What role do you think landlords should support with these traders coming to the shopping centres? Do you think there should be any support at all? Or do you think it's something we can work on together?
Yeah, I think it's something that we can work on together. I mean, I feel comfortable that I'm handing over a trader, recommending a trader to Flourish, knowing that you will be there on the receiving end to tell them what we would be telling them at the NMTF. So, if the presentation was a little bit awry, I know that you would be there and you would be able to guide them or your team in the right direction of what would make it better from them. And it's all constructive criticism, isn't it? So at the end of the day, if they're taking it from us, they shouldn't have to get to the shopping mall. They should be prepared. But we know that support that Flourish will offer will be as good as the NMTFs.
I know before Christmas, I mean, the team was so excited about being able to find the new traders, the traders that they were looking for that they couldn't ordinarily find that were out on the markets. Now, with this collaboration, I think this pipeline is going to start falling through. We'll see the traders coming through that the shopping centres are missing out on, and we can mould them and actually between us develop a new trading area for them within all our shopping centres up and down. A lot of them are external as well, so we can still hold the odd market stand, but getting them internally, getting them to trade regularly and finding a space for these traders within the shopping centres is something that is quite exciting for the year coming ahead. What do you think on that?
I think it's brilliant that Flourish can offer that outside area as well, so that you've got the outside bit of the shopping mall. So we're not alienating the food sellers, that they can possibly come along and take a pitch. I love the idea that you are working outside as well as inside. The inside fascinates me. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And that's because I know people will want to take up that offer. They want to be inside. They want that footfall. So I feel that going forward, what Flourish is offering fits so well with our traders.
So to wrap the conversation up, Tania, I mean, I've been excited to come and catch up with you on this and actually put to the industry that we are going to work exclusively with you. Flourish, the NMTF, we're going to use you as much as we possibly can, give our traders a choice to work with you, giving them the options, sending their link out to you, adding you to our website going forward. 2026 for us, we're going places and we want to take you with us. What are your thoughts on that?
Right, so by working together, we can create a dynamic shopping experience for everybody, for market trader, for customer, consumer, residential, for the community, for the local residents. We will ensure that the town and city centres are on the map with more individual products that between us that we can offer that community. That you're offering us a multiple of choices, indoor, outdoor, shopping malls, separate markets, and I do believe that we have the right traders to fill those spots. What you're offering will ultimately result in more traders, more pop-ups, which is great because the newer breed of trader is more nomadic, let's say, than the old-fashioned traditional trader. So we will, we can offer them the retail units as pop-up units, and I just think that we're going to drive the local economy. We want to see traders remain on traditional markets, which we will because we know that there is enough. But in order to build the businesses further, what you're offering is the next step. It's succession planning. And I think that working together, that we can offer that to young traders and traditional traders going forward. I think by working all together, we will be able to provide a dynamic shopping experience going forward.
I totally agree. It's a wrap.